Hello guys, I will get this video done. If you hear any strange noises in the background, just ignore it. We have the dryer on for the husband's uniform because it's a bit rainy here, so we can't put it outside to dry. But I wanted to get this video done. This is my third time recording it because the first time it didn't come out right. And the second time I kept saying, which really annoyed me. The third time, lucky, touch wood. This case is on a call-out video as opposed to a Murder Case Monday video, purely because there's an influence on this case. It's one that's pretty much everywhere at the minute. It involves a 18-year-old woman that's live streamed the death of her sister during a car accident. What happened is, I'll also put here, this is something I only usually do on the true crime videos that I do, but it's pertinent to this particular video. I have a degree in forensic science and criminology, and as a result I know lots of things about crime scenes and the way the police work. Although I'm not in the field, I have kept abreast of things that go on in the field, so I am still quite well versed on the topic. So the supposition that's in this video isn't just random supposition, it's actual supposition from a point of I'm educated on this particular type of thing. Now, on July the 21st, not that long ago, after a car accident, Abdullah Sanchez, 18 years old, was arrested after a crash that killed her sister and seriously injured her sister's girlfriend. Her sister's Jacqueline Sanchez, spelt differently. I will pop it underneath for you. The girlfriend was Manuela Seja. I'll put that underneath for you as well. And both were in the back seat and not belted. Now, there is speculation on some websites that they were belted, and I couldn't understand where this has come from. In one of the pictures that you will see, I will pop it in now, one of the girls, I think it was the sister, had a black top on, and Hispanic hair is extremely dark. I, of all people, should know. So what I think people are mistaking as a seatbelt is actually the hair joining the vest top as she sat in the back, because if they had been belted, neither of them would have been ejected from the car. During the live stream on Instagram, Abdullah is seen dancing, singing. She hasn't got her hands on the wheel. She isn't paying attention to the road. She isn't paying attention to the car. She's paying attention to the stream. She's getting her sister and her sister's girlfriend involved, and it looks like a good time. But it went south pretty quickly. There is speculation between the causes of the accident. Somebody said to the family that there was a blown tyre. This isn't confirmed by California State Patrol. They haven't confirmed any cause of the accident whatsoever. All they've said is that she veered onto the wrong side of the road, onto the right shoulder of the road, overcorrected, and when she overcorrected, she flipped the car over a barbed wire fence and into a field. And when she flipped the car, the two girls left out the back window. She also had a blood alcohol level of between 0.08 and 0.10. The reason why there's no confirmation either way, and why there's people saying one thing and people saying another, is that there wasn't a breathalyzer done at the scene because she was being combative. And her attorney is trying to say that because the breathalyzer wasn't done at the scene, they can't get an accurate reading. And it's a case of, yeah, but even so, they couldn't do it at the scene because she was being combative and she wouldn't let them. Ugh. The accident took place on the south side of a road between 120 miles south of east of San Francisco in Los Banos, which I'll put underneath for you. So it's quite a distance away. From the video that I have seen, it does look quite remote, but a lot of places in America look quite remote. We're not used to that over here in the UK. We don't have deserts here. It's too rainy. Like I said, she was combative at the scene while they were trying to escort her into an ambulance because she was complaining of chest and knee pain. Obviously, if she's combative, they can't do everything that they need to do. She is now no longer talking. Jacqueline suffered severe head injuries. Manuela suffered severe leg injuries. Abdullah was seat belted, and she suffered knee and chest injuries, which is consistent with the normal injuries in a car crash where you're belted in. She's charged with gross manslaughter and 4 charges related to driving under the influence, and she's pled not guilty. She also has a previous charge of previous reckless driving case as well, so it's not something that it's the first time she's done it. Nobody in the family holds her responsible. The girlfriend doesn't hold her responsible. They're all blaming it on social media. The younger sister, Evelyn, who's 12, has actually said that her sister has done a lot of stuff, but never actually went more into it as to what she meant by that. So there's a lot of things that we don't know about this case. There's lots of things we'll probably never know about this case. This is just one issue that we have with this case, where we don't have that much information because it's an ongoing case. The girlfriend actually said, "I don't blame anyone. It's all affected by social media. That's what life is nowadays." Abdullah in the video is heard saying to the live stream, "Jacqueline, please wake up. I fucking killed my sister, okay? I killed my sister. But I don't care. I know I'm going to prison, but I don't care." The live stream was recorded by a Stockton local called Mary Hernandez, who was unsure whether it was true, but thought it would be pertinent to record it anyway, just in case it was. I have seen the video. When the authorities saw the video, they needed to confirm that it was her. So what they did is they went to the Sanchez family, and the Sanchez family said, "Yes, that's Abdullah, that's Jacqueline, that's Manuela." And it was then confirmed. The district attorney, who's dealing with the case for the state, Harold Nutt, actually said that Abdullah's behaviour during the video is both disturbing and shocking. It's also reported that, according to the Sanchez family, Abdullah was in care, and also due to official reports, she was in the care of social services and group homes for from between 16 and 18, and apparently she also wishes she was the one that would have died in the accident. She's not helping with the investigation, she's not helping with the authorities, she's not talking to anybody. She's just expecting people to understand what happened without her input. They are using the video, obviously, it's a good investigative tool, but because A, it's not high quality, and B, it's very jumpy, it isn't ideal. Now, obviously, there is both the censored, there's 2 versions of the censored video, which is one where the bits where actually shows you in the body in any form is blacked out. There's the other one where Jacqueline's face is blurred out, and then there's the uncensored version. I'm not going to link to any. I am going to link you to Phil's video on this topic, and he has one of the censored videos in his video. He has one of the censored videos in his video, and it shows you some of the elements of what happened. If you look deep enough, you can find the uncensored version. I did. I've seen it, and it's not pretty. The reason why I say neither of the passengers were belted is because they were both ejected. From what I've seen, Jacqueline was ejected first because she has the serious head injuries. From the sounds of it, she went out the back window first. Manuela followed her. Manuela suffered severe leg injuries, so she landed on her legs. It's unsure whether the injuries that Jacqueline had were a result of hitting the rear window or hitting the ground when she came to stop after the crash. The authorities are also currently working on a warrant to get the information from the cell phones and access all the social media to find out if there was anything else happening, etc. And it takes a while for that to happen because you need a warrant to be able to access those things because it's a private company and they are supposed to protect your interests. Jacqueline was meant to celebrate her quinceañera. I think it was either this Sunday just gone or the Sunday before, which is heartbreaking for the family. They thought they were going to be celebrating her 15th birthday, but instead they're planning a funeral. From the video, it looked to me like Jacqueline suffered from a open skull fracture, and it was a pretty nasty one. And the thing is that if the head injury hadn't have killed her, Abdullah moving her would have killed her. It's one of those things that there's a reason why when you're in a car accident you are put on a board if you are suffering from any neck pain, because they're worried of vertebrae fractures, and if you fracture one of your vertebrae and then you move your head the wrong way, it then causes severe spinal cord injury. So that's why they try and immobilise that. But if she'd have stayed on that, because there's speculation that the video doesn't show that she stopped the live stream, rung 911 and then started live streaming again. But why would you get off the phone with 911 and start live streaming again while you're waiting for the authorities to come? Why wouldn't you just stay on the phone with 911 so that they knew where to find you and you could help navigate the authorities to them? There's no autopsy been released as of yet, so like I say, a lot of this is educated supposition on my part. Like I say, it is educated, it's not just I'm an armchair detective. It's something I went to university for a long time ago. Well, not that long ago, but I do keep abreast of it all. There's two possible reasons why the autopsy hasn't been released. One, in California, the autopsy results of minors can be restricted if the family want that to happen. Now, whether that's happening in this case, we don't know. The other side of this is because it's an ongoing investigation, they might not want to release the autopsy results. We don't know. A lot of this case, we are going to have to wait until the courtroom battles and all that starts happening. Not like I said, nobody's holding Abdullah responsible, which astounds me. They're all blaming it on social media. The bail is set at $560,000, and you have to, in America, you have to pay 10%, so that's $56,000. So, and her public defender, Ramnik Jambro, believes that the bail amount is excessive due to her circumstances. And he states that the 8th Amendment to the Constitution states that no excessive bail shall be required. I think this bail is excessive for her. The district attorney, however, states that the bail schedule is set strictly in accordance to the charges and that this case is no different, but he has gone on record and said that he does want her to stay in jail. She's pled not guilty despite the evidence. It's also worth noting that California law states that people between the age of birth and 16 should be restrained in the car, whether it be a child seat, a booster seat, a baby, the baby, the baby car seats, or a seat belt. And if they're not, then you can be fined. I think it's something like $500 per person at least. That's not. Belted up, as we call it over here. She's broken numerous rules. Driving under the influence, live streaming, and singing and dancing, which is deemed as distracted driving, and which is also part of reckless driving. 2 minors not seat belted in the car, underage drinking, and reckless driving. The reason for this being covered on a call-out video as opposed to a Truth is Stranger Than Fiction video is purely down to the fact that she had a substantial Instagram following, and it's okay, we're not talking hundreds of thousands or millions of followers, but she had over 5,000. It also has an element of influencer influence. Now, what I mean by that is you see a lot of people that vlog while they're driving, that Snapchat while they're driving, that do short videos on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter while they are driving. We've seen it happen with Jaclyn Hill, we've seen it happen with family vloggers, which really irks me. Trisha Paytas used to do it, she's now got a setup where she can vlog while she's driving without holding the camera. But 9 times out of 10, if you're vlogging when you're driving, or you're live streaming when you're driving, and you're the one that's driving, it is a dangerous thing to do. Because you're thinking about entertaining the person that you're live streaming or recording for, as opposed to paying attention to the road. Now, if you're doing, because there is this trend that really annoys me of driving vlogs, where you're driving and you're talking to the camera and you keep looking at the camera. I know a couple of people one of the people I watch does one. I don't like them. They're too dangerous. They're way too dangerous. And they set a precedent for other people to do it that aren't as experienced drivers as these people might be. Also, in some cases, if they're in a Tesla, it's not as much of a big deal. You still have to be paying attention when you're driving in a Tesla, but you don't have to have your hands on the wheel the whole time, because the Tesla essentially drives itself. But in this case, I think she saw people like Jaclyn Hill and various others do it, and she thought, oh, I can do it. Now, what enrages me about this case, probably more than anything, well, there's 2 things. One is her malicious and nastiness in the video. Her malicious words, her malicious attitude towards the accident itself. Screaming into the live stream, I killed my sister. Now, do I think she feels bad? Possibly. Do I think she's remorseful? Possibly. But we'll never know if she doesn't open her go. Secondly, it is indicative of a lot of people that you see coming up on social media, is this bratty, entitled attitude that pisses me right off. Now, granted, people like Jake Paul, the Catch Me Outside girl, several others, don't do things to this extreme. This is something I don't think Jake Paul would do. Although I don't like Jake Paul, he's one of my least favourite people on this planet, I doubt he would do something like this. However, he is 20 years old, and he probably learnt to drive from his father. And while there are a lot of things about Jake Paul that rub me the wrong way, I don't think he would endanger his friends in this way. Whether he would allow one of the other guys in the car to live stream, that's up to him. But I don't think he would personally live stream if he was driving, unless he was in a Tesla. I still don't agree with that either. But it's one of those situations where we will never know, because I don't see him doing something like this. But it is very indicative of the spoiled brat nature that we have a lot of in our modern society, that rubs me the wrong way in so many different ways. The amount of times these cases have come up, there's the case where a lady was Snapchatting while she was driving. She crashed into a guy and killed him. And she's blaming everybody but herself. Then there was the case of the woman, she'd periscoped her entire night out. And she decided, even though she'd been drinking all night long, to get behind the wheel of a car and drive. Now, luckily, the police were informed about the live stream. They found the live stream. They then managed to find her through the live stream, and she was arrested for dangerous driving. But this is something I can see a lot of things happening. There are the rise of people that are live streaming suicides and things like that. We've covered a case previously. I will leave that link up above, where a young lady who had been bullied and she'd been catfished and several other issues, and she had a family home, she'd been abused, killed herself on live.me, I think. I know YouTube and Twitch are very strict on their live streams. However, when you've got websites like Periscope, live.me and YouNow that aren't as strict, it's concerning. Now, YouNow are strict in some regards, but they're not 100%. But it's one of those things that it's a case that is upsetting a lot of people, and I can understand why. The entitledness in the video, and from the sounds of it, it's not a new thing. She sounds very much like the countless people that Dr. Phil's had on his show, of kids that are entitled, that their parents have never made them suffer any consequences of anything that they've done before. And then when Dr. Phil says to him, well, why have you not done this, why have you not done that? And she's like, because it doesn't work. And he's like, well, have you tried it? If I even thought about doing anything like this, my mother would eat me for breakfast. I wouldn't blame her. I really wouldn't blame her. But this case enraged me to no end. I only hope that people learn from this case. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Down in the description, I do have lots of links to the story. I have also links to the websites about the seatbelt laws in California. And also, I will link up above various videos and playlists, including a video on how to deal with the blowout. Because you can suffer a blowout tyre and not crash your car. So, with a bit of luck, this recording will be a little bit better than the last one. I don't think I've said as much, and I think these I can quite easily take out, so I am thinking of various ways to get my audio a little bit better. I might have to utilise like one of the mobiles or something, I don't know yet, I haven't 100% figured that out, but we'll get there. Other than that, I do have a video planned for Truth is Stranger Than Fiction. Hopefully I'll get this video up tonight, I'm hoping, or early hours in the morning, and I can finish the research for the other one, record that tomorrow night, and then I can do the weekend video over the weekend. So keep your fingers crossed. Stay safe, be good, have fun, and I will see you very shortly.